You went before smoking, and then when I walk in here, I see it. Hola. Incredible. Yeah, we're still in the morning. So yes, incredible morning. All right. So I'm not going to be on too much longer. Um, I actually did get some inboxes like, hey, we haven't seen you on live or you haven't seen you online all week. So working on, just finished up the service program. Now I'm working on both assisting with finishing up these rags because we all know that Mr. 305, 365 would not be going live by himself. So in order for you guys to see this, I had to initiate the live. We got both heat presses. We actually have another one. So we actually have two of these. And then this is the auto press that I'm always referring to, but you guys never get to really see. Unless we're doing orders like this, where it's a whole bunch of them, so 100 rags, so we pull out both. So yeah. So just going through, just sharing, one, so y'all can see I'm okay. And two, just the process for pressing these rags. I'm not even sure how long, what time we started this. You're not gonna be done. You have more to do. Just because you're done with your stack doesn't mean that you're done. So let me do the intro. Incredible greetings, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of HSE 65. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products, which we are using today. These are printed with Honestly Speaking Sublimation ink on Honestly Speaking Sublimation paper. We use Epson Workforce printers 7210, but of course our paper and ink works with any of the sublimation printers. The towels that we're using are just microfiber towels from Amazon. They are 88% polyester, 12% polyamide. The design was created in Silhouette Studio. Very simple design. Open to all questions. There is information I can provide about this, but I want to see where you guys' heads are. Someone on TikTok asked a really great or had a really great observation. So I like moments like that where you're looking for the learning moments and just looking at the process and picking up on questions that you can ask versus me kind of just giving you all the information. So I'm going to work. If there are no questions, y'all just going to watch us work. If you have questions, I will answer them for you. We had 100 of these to do. I did post the link for where they came from. So I may have missed this, but there is a design. Oh God, I knew that question was coming. Actually, no. I don't have to do it. Someone actually did it in the groups. Trend going on Canva, and I saw it done. Oh, in our 365 family by one of the cousins. Did you, Rich? Did I do it? No, because I felt like there was no need to. Someone did it in the group. So I did not do a live video or teach that. She showed exactly how to do it, and you just have to have the work tool. But I knew I knew eventually someone was going to ask me that because it's trending everywhere. I don't even understand why, but I knew that question was going to eventually come. But she showed how to do it in the group. And there's nothing more for me to really show. She showed everything, like using the warp tool and just stretching them out. Hey, just say. Uh-oh, no, wrong one. Can we see the design? It's just a dove and says long live Forest. How much would you sell the raspberries? So not how much would, there is a price to this. Now, I do go over how to price in my pricing seminars. We've also gone over it in the pricing therapy session. I have a design fee that I charge, and then there is the charge for the actual rags. Depending on the design, depending on the size of it, the cost of them can range anywhere from $3 to where I've seen them sold at Super Bowl games and cheer competitions for up to $10. So it just really depends on the design that's on them. All right, so I see you're using a whole sheet of paper, I suppose, so you will not have the press lines. Hope that is the correct observation. This is the correct. That is correct. It doesn't matter if it is a quarter design, a full coat, a full page, like a full bleed design. I still put the design, like it's still set up a certain way on my 13 by 19, where that sits in the middle, and I use the whole thing. One, for the lines of demarcation, but also so that it covers the whole thing. Then I don't have to use another piece of butcher paper because it will leave, the threads will leave white marks on it. So you would end up having to cover it. Well, with our paper, no butcher paper, no cover sheet is required. So we cover with the whole thing to avoid having to put butcher paper on it as well. It just makes it so much faster. Instead of printing out a bunch of them and then like on one page and then cutting it, that becomes an extra step to cut them all down. Then you have to worry about taping it so it doesn't shift. Then you have to worry about the double press for the lines of demarcation. So it is just best to cover the entire thing. I may have missed, but who's your supplier? Also have a supply list. A supply list for this is our sublimation paper, sublimation ink, and then just towels. You can get microfiber towels from anywhere. These particular ones are from Amazon. I'll show you the comparison to the ones you can get from the Dollar Tree. But there's just like anything else, so it's all the same supplies for sublimation printer, ink, anti-speaker sublimation ink, anti-speaker sublimation paper, and then just your towels. So this technically took me longer because I did a few and then I pressed some, then I did a few more because I was trying to show this process on TikTok and I didn't want to use up all of mine so that I can show you guys this. So I will say, Catherine was on the one on TikTok and even finished his whole pile because he stacked all of his up and he pressed them and then he just went through and just was pressing them. So his first stack finished. He's actually on the stack that I had because I did them like I didn't do them all at one time. I wish I could have like gotten that whole thing in one video to show how that works as far as efficiency and making your job go faster. Because just doing a few at a time and then like putting the design on them is making this go longer. Because I was sitting here the whole time, I was walking this for a few seconds, but he still finished his entire batch before I finished mine. Whatever. I didn't finish mine. I have help. Whatever. I'm not. The only reason why I'm even helping you is so that I can have content, sir. Oh, what am I doing? What happened? Why ask you what? Because those are for you to do. And then you gotta count to make sure. So that's showing. I definitely printed out way too many. I think the bottom set is the ones that came to my office, but I didn't like the way they were printed. So if they need any extra, they are there. Okay. Now back to my slow silhouette. How can I remove the old version? So the version I have now stop buffering. It says 0 for about 200 minutes. Then I'm sending it to print. Not cut. So it may not be silhouette. It may be your Wi-Fi connection. It's with the Workforce 787040. It is not in the same room. I have experienced that. Like it seems like it'll take a longer time to send it, especially larger files over Wi-Fi. At first, so that's why you guys don't really see me talk about this much. When they first came out, and I did the video on it, I said, I like this printer. I love the way that it prints. But over time, there have been things where I'm just not a big fan of when it comes to the newer Workforce printer. And how it works over Wi-Fi is one of those things. So that may not be a silhouette issue. That's most likely your printer and how it's communicating with your printer. Uh-oh. So this may not be a big deal to some people, right? But I constantly, because since no one bothered to ask that, we're almost done. I'm going to tell you the other observation. Well, one of the other ones. The differences in these heat presses. This one, oh, my phone's about to die, is an auto press, so I don't have to baby it. It will pop up. Whereas with that one, you have to go and manually lift it. But if you notice with this one, for pressure to really close it, the amount of pressure that I want on this, I kind of have to me, my little stuff, and he has this kind of far back, pull a little oomph in it. Whereas with that one, look, just boom. Whatever. So he gave me the harder one to work, and he got the easy one to work. Yeah. You could have said switch. When I said my arm was hurt the first time, you could have offered to switch. So that's good exercise, whatever. But it's little things like that where that makes these presses cost what they do. Not having a lot of strain on your upper body to close it and things like that. But then there are things that it's just not great for. Like for me, I have to do plaques and awards on this one because it has a higher clearance than that one. This one is auto open. That one is great because you can see all of the digital, like you can program a bunch of stuff, program all sorts of settings, have it set, like I can go to the one for DTF and it'll automatically go to that versus here, I have to manually keep changing it up and down, like if it's vinyl, DTF, sublimation, things like that. So there is a difference in the heat presses as far as price and the features of each one. This one also fluctuates in heat. Once you close it, it's heating up, so it doesn't stay to the temperature. It can drop. whereas this one will maintain its temperature. Although this is doing pretty good now at 370, it's doing pretty good with maintaining its temperature. Earlier, it was dropping to like 350. I know, right? Trying to show out. And then because these are polyamide, I'm actually pressing at 30. If this is set to 30, 33, no. His is pressing at 36, but he's kind of letting it go for a few seconds. So he's probably pressing for like 40, like 38 seconds. I think I'm pressing for closer to 40. So I think mine might be set at 35, but this timer is wrong on this one. The major observation is Mr. HS Ink is live. Oh, here is the difference in size. This is the Dollar Tree 100% microfiber towel. This is the microfiber that's 88% polyamide, 88% polyester, 12% polyamide. So this is 11 and a half. We also have some that are a full 12, but these are 11 and a half. So that's the difference in the size. Use another one. So if you were using a paper that bleeds through, kind of like, one of the ones that had the word sub in their name, and a few others, you have to press longer, and you would have to have a microfiber, you have to have a cover sheet for it, and have to use, now, I will say, as long as you are fully covering the rag, you would not have to worry about a new piece of cover paper. I would recommend parchment paper over butcher paper, but you wouldn't have to use a new one every single time because it's never going to actually touch the rag. So you would be able to use that one, a few times, but you have to still use an additional sheet of protection. Whereas with our sublimation paper, you just put it on top, you press, it does not bleed through the rag at all. Correct. No, the gray one was from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree does have white ones, but the gray one was from Dollar Tree. The other ones are from Amazon. Incredible afternoon. Just email us and we will send it to you. You can send it to info@HS Inc. or orders at HS Inc. 365. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 22, 24, 25. Got my 50. Put my inch over here. Don't put it with your pile. You're just about done. So get your questions in, guys. You know that it's 25. I used my 30 seconds wisely and I counted while it was pressing. That's like a lot of extra. I guess I wasn't paying attention. So the gray ones, you just use HSC sublimation, paper sublimation, and you didn't have to use anything else. But no, it's 100% polyester. It's just regular sublimation. No, that was it. I mean, there's a pack that's in the office that's open. Where? No, they already counted for that one. That's this. My opinion on the auto press. Because you can't really adjust the, like, if you were able to really adjust the pressure on that, it would, I probably would give it a fair chance. But because you can't, it's like it was made for t-shirts. I don't like see, I have clearance back here, like to do thicker things. Theirs kind of sits right at. So it's great for crafters. It's definitely great for crafters. I don't think, for me, it's not a workhorse. If you're just starting out, if it's within your price range, you're not doing anything too thick, I would say go for it. But it's not something that I would recommend. I thought with colors other than white, even on what you had yesterday, you had to use like glitter. No, so it just depends on the color. So if you did not catch the video about 2 weeks ago, maybe, I did a video and I actually pressed, which I was actually gonna wear that shirt today and I didn't, but I pressed a bunch of different HS inks. This was actually right around our anniversary. So our anniversary. So around the end of August, you can look for that video. And I actually pressed to a lot of pinks, gray, a mint green, and then a red, and you can see the difference. I also have videos where I am pressing to felt sheets. Well, I don't show pressing to it, but if you go and you search, honestly speaking, sublimating to colors, you're going to see where I press on a bunch of different colored felt sheets. So certain colors give you certain results. But for this particular one, gray is actually a pretty decent color. Now, is this going to look the same way on white? No, the colors will pop more. It does bring down the vibrancy a little bit, but you can press to colored garments. It's just that it's going to change the color because ink is translucent. Uh, um, I printed out way too many. Jesus. I mean, it's technically wide enough to go on a shirt. So if anyone wanted a shirt with this on there, I technically could put this on a shirt because it's actually wide enough for a shirt also. Yeah, this is the other one. This is the one for the line. And I thought I meant to still use these, but I guess I already sent all of them to that, so I didn't need all of these because these are the ones that have lines. On this, you're not going to really be able to tell. Yeah, these are the ones. So it took us like because you went through CBA show, huh? It took about 2 hours to do 100 of these. Well, that was once we started pressing on like if you moving stuff around and all that. What was 10 o'clock when it comes? 10 o'clock was when you got here. Yeah, I'm saying it's less than that because I was you didn't start yeah, because that was way less time than that because at 10 o'clock, that's when the printer came in. Like she got in and she emailed me. So I know you didn't start printing these. You probably moving the heat press and stuff. So the whole time you didn't move this heat press and set up. But no, I would say probably like an hour and some change, yeah. Whatever. Whatever. But it is true when you go. But that one was I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time. So when we did another one, but that was like what? That was also like 300 some runners we did total. Whatever, whatever. But yeah, this time I printed all of them out and had them ready for him to go. And even if I wasn't here, I'm here because I want to do the content. But he can just work both because this is an auto press, so you don't have to worry about this. So you literally just go back and forth and put them on there. This one closes, this open, and all you have to do is focus on that one. So yeah, don't worry about it. So those are the ones for that one. For those are the ones. What's that? You gotta pack these suckers up. Later. I don't think you guys have ever seen me do a shirt on the non-Hottronics heat press. So I gotta check the pressure on this one because it's kind of different. I don't need that much pressure for a shirt. So I'm going to just shake this up. Now with this one, you do want to trim away the edges because there might be ink on the edges. Got it? this is kind of different, a little bit different because I actually have to see where I want this to go. Because I can't see the white dove through the paper. I can only see the writing. So I want, all right, I'm going to take my writing about 3 to 4 fingers down. And that letter was hot under there. That needs a cover on it. Jesus. Huh? Why you gonna lay them out? Yeah, because we had the other one that we laid out, and they were 12. You have some that's larger than that. I mean, it's fine, but yeah, we have it because remember I used to put the rag, the obituary, and the card in it. It's whatever that one is. Okay, so actually what I'm gonna do is put my dove. All right, that's gonna somewhat suck because of the collar. Hmm. Right there. I'm older and starting to have issues with my arms. So can you recommend a reasonably priced auto press? I'm not sure what reasonably priced means to you, but if you're starting to have issues with your arms, I mean, you can't be like the way this is and the way the handle and how it goes down, that hydraulic lift. This is probably the best one for anyone that has issues with their arms. That's going to be the best thing for you. But it's $2,250 or something like that. Oh, wait a minute now. That was in the wrong spot. That was definitely way too low. Oh, yeah, but it was just for me to show. Yeah, that's way too low. How the heck did that happen? I could have sworn I had that way up there. That's way too low. Oh, can't use this. It needs to be a full sheet. Where's the... Yeah, no, I can't use that kind. I'm looking for the... It has to be, it has to cover the whole shirt. So. I just have to make sure that it doesn't see these are still touching the shirt. In order to get the line of demarcation out, it can't be touching the shirt. Hello from Philly. I'm a newbie to sublimation, where you are in the right spot. I teach it. And for newbies, our system, our paper is great because less temp, less time, less, you even if you don't have the best heat press, because we already operate at a lower temperature and time, if yours even fluctuates, you're still going to get great results. So yeah, this is going to sit kind of low. Actually, no, it's not too bad. So it's actually not bad at all. Where that will sit at. So these can be made if anybody wanted a shirt. I have extra prints, so I can go up a little bit because it's just that and then the words, but that's actually going right across the bosom, so that's actually not bad at all. center it. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Probably could go up just a little bit, but that's the one thing that you have to understand about designs where it can be top heavy and a lot of negative space. It can look a little bit off, but because it's just one line and then one image, well, the image on this side, there's a lot of negative space. But probably, so it's kind of like, so probably up just a little bit to where the words sit here and the bird's wings will come about here. Do you have a video where you show how to take the outline of an image and put like a picture inside of it? I know in Photoshop it's called clipping mask. The outline, so we're most likely keep cropping. If that's what you're cropping, and clipping mask is the same thing in Silhouette Studio. Because if you just want to have a shape and then want to put a picture inside, you're just gonna crop it. It was probably on your end because everyone else, someone else has said, so someone said not bad at all. I'm not sure if this is the same person. You may need to go out and come back in, but there is sound. So can everybody else hear me? I think because it's in a group, so I think it's something with their connection or however they're viewing the video. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can hear me. So yeah, I think it's just something with them. All right, so we are done. It makes it so much easier to not ball your papers up. Just stack them, and then that way you can fold them and just throw them in. I really want to take these home and put them in a recycle bin. I hate throwing them away. I don't understand why she doesn't have a recycle bin here. I'm going to somebody recycle bin and put this in here. I hate throwing away paper. Nope. All right. Any other questions? If there are other questions, we are done. I'm going to get out of here. I have some more designs I have to finish. Again, we use, honestly speaking, sublimation paper. 13 by 19 because these are 11.5-inch rags. Can you use smaller paper? Sure, but you are going to have the line of demarcation. And then we're using microfiber towels from Amazon. Will I do a watch me work for the design? No, I have to work. I cannot. I'm not doing many of those anymore. When it's HS Inc. 365 prints business, I'm just doing that stuff. If it's not something where I'm coming on and I'm showing like a specific tutorial for designing or something like this, kind of just doing a demo of rags, I won't be doing any more like lives like that anymore. Alrighty, guys. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.